Hi guys, welcome to tutorial number 2 for COSC100 Introduction to Informatics. Today we're going to be following up lectures 3 and 4 looking at our introduction to web publishing. So today we're going to practice using some of the basic HTML elements, using some cascading style sheet properties, and we'll also be developing up finishing up by developing a simple web page. So to get started in today's tutorials, the first set of exercises are actually online exercises, so you can jump straight down to part 1 here and actually just start working your way through these W3 Schools exercises. Now, in these exercises, basically you've got a series of questions here. You can go through and actually complete these items. So in this particular situation, you've got to add a heading to the paragraph with the text London. You can actually click this little hint button up here and it'll actually give you an idea of what you've actually got to do. So in this particular example, if we add a H1 tag, a heading 1 tag with the word London in it to the start of our HTML document here, just before the paragraph, we can go and then check our code and we can see that the heading has appeared up here. If we want to check our answer, so for example, if I'm having trouble with that one, we can actually show the answer, and it will, by clicking this button, this show answer button over in the corner, it'll show you what you're looking at doing there to make the correct answer display. So run through, you've got a full set of exercises there to complete, and each one contains 4 little questions, either 4 or 6 questions there. If you have trouble with these, you can actually go and review the individual tutorials for each set of exercises, and they'll explain what you're actually doing, what the different tags do, and how they fit together, and you can demo those yourself by playing around in the little online demo sandbox that it's created for you, that's been created for you here. So go and get started on those exercises straight up. Otherwise, once you've finished those exercises, you're then ready to actually start looking at developing your own web page. Now, before you can start editing HTML documents, you have to have access to a text editor. So I've got a couple linked here. If you're on Windows, on a standalone Windows machine, you can install Notepad++. If you're on macOS, you can actually install a program called Text Wrangler, and they'll give you the ability to edit and create HTML documents, and they'll also have the syntax highlighting as well. So go and download one of those. If you're working in the labs in computer science, you should be working, you should have booted up to the Linux server. And it's already got the gedit text editor installed, which actually has all of the syntax highlighting there ready for you to use. So once you've got your text editor, you can then go through and review the final exercise here, which is constructing your own HTML study timetable, similar to the example that I presented in lecture number 4 there. So you'll go through, inspect the code, so you can go and have a look at the HTML code that I've used to actually produce this table, and you can bring that one up and have a look at that in your own time there. So you can actually go through and inspect the HTML in the text editor by downloading that file. So if you go back and we go download, if my right click is going to work, be able to download the link there and view that particular HTML file. So if we jump back in and go to samples, and we go to the timetable sample here, you can see that we can actually save that link as and download the HTML file onto your machine and actually go through. So you can save that onto your machine and you can go through and open that up in your text editor. So I'll go through and do that quickly. So it's timetable .html, so let's call it timetable 2 because I've already got it downloaded. And we can go and view that file and open it up in our text editor. Open with, and we'll open it with Text Wrangler because I'm working on a Mac here. So if we open that with Text Wrangler, you can see that we've got the HTML code, so we've got all of the elements that make up our table down here, and we've got our cascading style sheet for those elements up here. So you can start with that, with my timetable, and edit this file and adjust the styles so that they're pleasing for you to create your own timetable there. So go through and have a look at completing that exercise. There's also some exam style review questions here as well, so work through those questions, and if you want me to check your answer, just email them through. So these are similar to the type of questions that you can expect to see in the exams. So get in and complete tutorial 2, and if you have any questions, email them in. Thanks guys.